Hello, welcome to another part of my Max Payne Let's Play.
At the board, I've got a track down. Okay, alright, over and out. You're gonna get it now, Payne. How stupid can you get? You were safe in there, you I'm coming for you. You can run, but you won't get far.
Saved him. Mr. Payne, this can be a...
Here, get him.
What is this?
And that's quite hard because I've cut out a few sequences where I did pointless things or just where I died a lot, but it's important to just watch what I'm doing here because you have no gun at this point and you're basically running from these guys, so just watch where I go. You need to end up in this room. Just try every door that works until you end up in this room, and then try to hide from them. If you can hear a noise in the background, that's my washing machine.
Drop your weapons. You drop it.
The dead security guard had dropped his gun in the doorway. If I could get to it, I could fight back.
So now you need to get to the location of the guard that is at the only door that leads out of here and isn't locked. So you can do this.
You can't hide.
But yeah, I've cut out a lot of things where I did something pointless, like looked in the cupboard even though I knew the cupboard wouldn't work, or press the button like that even though it's red, so you can clearly tell that nothing happens, that you can't get through it. So that's where a lot of sequences have been cut. I also died a lot. You can't shoot through like that. The best strategy when you have to shoot these guys is to just hide outside your way or a thing that they can't shoot through and just wait and then pick them off when they come through one at a time.
Bravura was too stubborn to die. I had to buy him time, draw the commandos after me, get out of the hospital.
Now, people sometimes think that Bravura doesn't live in this game, but there's actually a bit later on in a later level where you see a TV news report that Bravura has lived. So he's one of the people that is actually still alive at the end of the game.
Alright now. Easy, just hand it over. There's a good boy. Hey, stay back! No!
I was in charge, but still woozy from the drugs. I had to escape. I couldn't let them stop me.
He's coming! Get away! Get away!
As you can see, again, the TV's reflecting what's happening in Max's own life at this point. He's woozy from the drugs, but presumably, but he has to get out of here.
The deal was to wait half an hour. It's way past that. Benjamin Feller had plenty of time to take care
half an hour, we break out the heavy artillery. That was...
And he's in hospital, like Max is. Make sure you grab those pills. Basically, I don't guess. I guess some of my suggestions, advice isn't actually that helpful. A lot of the time I'm just showing off what other people say as well. I haven't been talking that much, but that's the main reason why. You can go in that door behind you and it leads into some sort of physiotherapy room, I think it is, but there's nothing and no one in there. You can shoot those blue containers there and they blow up and that kills everyone in the room, but I didn't. But you can, it's an option for you. And I am not going to be showing off this episode of Lords and Ladies because it's pretty boring, to be honest. The only interesting thing about it is that two people duel with swords in this episode, and Max is kind of dueling with guns in a way here. And also it's one of the last few Lords and Ladies episodes. The story of Max Payne 2 is getting close to its conclusion now. Still a few levels to go. Even harder than this one, but... I also thought the Lords and Ladies didn't reflect what's happening to Max quite as well as Dick Justice and Address Unknown did. Unfortunately, at this point, I have very little health left. And probably so will you, unless you're a lot better than I am at this. Now, there is no way to save him, as far as I can tell, unfortunately. It's probably best not to try, consider, unless you've got a serious amount of health still left. And you're also very limited in the amount of ammo that you have, since you don't start off with any of your weapons. And I will die a lot right now, because unfortunately I saved it at a point where it's inevitable for me to die and there's no way to avoid it, which is why I've had to go back to this earlier game now. The quick save I had was one where I was half a second away from inevitably dying. Fortunately, the proper slow save, I suppose, that I had still allowed me to be alive at that point. Now, I tried looking for something useful in this room, but there isn't. There's just him. Because as you can see, it automatically goes to a cutscene if you get too close to that van.
No second chance. Nothing would be fixed.
I always assumed, therefore, that there was an Easter egg in that room, but there isn't.
Mona was still the answer. I caught glimpses of her out of the corner of my eye. Felt her presence everywhere I went. I was trying to trace her path, recreate the winding course of the magic bullet in her head. I couldn't find her. I drove out of the city in the direction Mona had pointed me, to a man who specialized in answers. The architecture of Alfred Woden's manor had its origins in European darkness, along with the Inner Circle.
Mr. Payne, I've been expecting you. The only true reason why men fight wars. Love.
The score on Mona Sachs?
Next question.
Fine. Why is the Inner Circle trying to kill me?
I am dying. Cancer. Power has leaked through my fingers. There was a rebellion. A renegade faction has pushed the society into a civil war. Everyone who resists is assassinated. We have been reduced to fighting mob wars.
Vinny Gognitti?
Vladimir Lem.
I knew the answer before he told me. Vlad had lied. Cleaning company commandos were his men.
Vladimir Lem has belonged to the society for many years. Gognitti is going to die in the hands of the Inner Circle renegade. Then he is coming for me, his one-time mentor.
I left Woden at the door of his panic room. By talking of fate, Vlad had been asking for my blessing to his plan to murder me. I've been keeping to the backbeat, reacting to Vlad's moves, cleaning up after him. No more.
This is the end of this episode. I'll see you next time.